This video shows you what to do once your group has collected survey data if you're using paper and pencil surveys where people fill out and complete your questionnaire and return to you a physical paper survey. What you need to do first of all is make sure you have well over 100 survey responses back, as we've talked about in class. And then the first step is data entry. What I like to do, it's a pretty critical step, is have your stack of surveys and number each of the surveys in the upper right corner with the numbers 1 through 135 or however many surveys you have. And what you do when you're doing data entry, you see first of all this first row here is you look at your survey and you have to determine question numbers and put them at the top row. I've already done this here so you can see what it will look like. You have the subject number, which is where you'd put respondent or survey number 1, and then you have columns for question 1A, 1B, 1C, all the way through. As you can see, this is a survey that has all the way out to question 16. And when I look at the survey doing the data entry, I would usually, working in pairs, have someone tell me as I'm sitting in front of the keyboard what was the subject number 1, the first survey, what was their response to question 1A. If it was a 3, I just simply put the data entry 3 and 4, 5, 3, 4, and I go through the process of putting the data from the survey into the Excel spreadsheet. It works best in pairs in the sense of having one person reading the data off the survey and one person doing the actual data entry on the Excel spreadsheet. It's also nice to have checkpoints every now and again. It's question 2A is a 7-point scale, and so we can see some of the answers that people put for question 2. A checkpoint, for example, would be once you get out, let me enter some data here for you. I always like to check in, for example, like at question 5. We're about halfway through the survey. This is the point where you'd have the person reading the survey say simply, okay, we're on question 5, and then you doing the data entry can double check that, make sure that that's the place you are on the survey. And then you could continue through inputting all of the data for that particular survey all the way out to question 16. As soon as you get there, you move back down to the next row and input survey number 2 or subject number 2 and repeat the process all the way through. Once you get into the groove of doing the manual data entry, this should take probably, for a survey the length that we have in these classes, probably take about 30 seconds per survey, so it won't take too long to do all of the data entry. The benefit of doing the paper and pencil survey is that there's a lot of steps that you can bypass from using Question Pro. There's some complicated cleaning up that you need to do with the data if you're using the Question Pro survey approach. So the data entry step is one that does seem a bit menial and manual labor, but it's a step that is actually going to save us some time. As soon as you have all 135 survey responses filled in with all their data across your Excel spreadsheet, what I like to do is save this with a meaningful data file name for your group, and then the next video, the step number 1 data analysis video, will show you how to open up this Excel file in SPSS, clean it up a bit more within SPSS, and get ready to do the data analysis. So thank you for watching. Hope this helped with the manual entry part. Thank you.